Hey guys, we are back at you here this week, and this week what are we doing? We are attempting to get this C10 rust taken care of. Actually, someone had wrote into the video and said, isn't it a C40? You are 100% correct, C40. They call these trucks C40s. This one has no badging on it. Normally it would be up on here, but I'm just calling it, my mistake, maybe not, I'm calling it a C10 because there's so many of these trucks. They got a C10 Nations, C10 category, all that, and that's what a lot of people put these trucks under just because they're that era truck, you know, so that's what I call it. But yeah, you are right, C40 is what it should say on there. It doesn't say it. Anyway, 62 Chevy, we're back at it trying to get this thing fixed up. We're almost on the passenger side. If you all remember last week where we had left off, it was on the cab corner. So I'm just welded this little piece in here. I'm going to grind it down, cut it back, make it fit, and then we're going to try and fit in our cab corner. Now, for some strange reason, I don't know about all you guys out there, but for some strange reason, this cab corner, I've tried it from two different companies, they only come so far along. Where yet, if you buy them for the later model pickups, they go further in. So, a bit odd, but that's not a big deal for us. We can make it work. We've got a roller here and a cutter and all that. We can bend metal brakes, sorry guys, and make it all work. We'll fit this together. So we'll get that done. Hopefully we'll be getting onto the other side over there. And we're going to focus on getting this C10, most of the rust taken care of, on this video and on this update for you. So let's just get at her and get her over with. Okay, we've got this piece butt welded in. We've thrown some of our rust paint on there because you're really not going to get in behind there. Visualize it when you get this in there. You know, we will shoot some shoots in there with the thing, but you're not going to get behind it as good as you can right now while it's open and spray it. So why not spray it, right? That's what we do. So we'll let that dry up. You see it's already, see what's wet still, it's shiny dry. So we'll let that dry up on this sunny Tuesday, and then we'll get this put in, and while that's drying, I'll make the piece that goes there. And away we go. We should be done here pretty quick. Let's hope. Okay guys, we are at the end of the rust on the passenger side of this truck. Cab corner tacked in place, feels nice. Piece made up here, feels nice. Now we're just going to start spot welding it slowly, cooling it with our air, and away we go. Still be a little bit here, believe it or not. That'll probably be a good hour or so, but we'll get her done, and then I think we're doing good. It'd be nice to see one side done. Solid, as the song says, solid like a rock. Okay, cab corner all finished over. So I do believe we are done this side. Obviously we're not done. We need to do some body work. We need to do some cleaning up and some seam sealing and spraying, but we are done. As far as I'm aware, we are done from rust. I always grind down the back side. I don't just leave it there. Some people leave it there. I forgot to take the decal off. So I gotta get in there and scrape that decal off. Some people never do. They just either leave it there or paint over top of it or something. I always take them off. I can't stand it when you leave them on there. So I gotta take that off, blow it out inside, and hey, the passenger side is nice and solid as far as I know. So then we'll be going on to the driver's side here, and we still got an hour in a day. Okay, there it is guys. Doors all closed, finished product. Obviously a little bit of body work there, but we got our nice line through there. And again, it's a nice even line. Then you see the door gets a little tight here. Well, just like everything else, remember the rocker was overlapped, the cab corner was overlapped. This door's got patches on it. If you remember, that's what was happening there. That's why I broke that corner away. So the door's got a bunch of Bondo and crap in here that's just not right. So once that's ground down, we should be fine. So the owner was over today, was very happy with what he saw. Told me to see what I find with the doors. Obviously I know they need a lower skin, but if they're rotten on the underneath side, like when you open them, well then I'm not going to bother, because to repair all that you're better just to buy a door. So I'll see what's going on there. He told me to go ahead and do that, but in the meantime we're going to continue this video on tomorrow, Wednesday. We're going to continue on with this side, and my plan is to get cab support in inner rocker and the front A pillar, and I believe everything is here. Inner rocker, outer rocker, cab support. Why am I not seeing the floor for this side? Not that I'm going to be on the floor for this side yet, but I'm not seeing it. I better, I better shut the camera off and do some checking and see where the floor is for this bad boy. It's got to be around somewhere. I don't recall getting it now, so maybe it's back ordered, but that's okay. If I can get all that done this week, I'm happy. don't forget, I've got other things to do during the week, so it won't be just on this. And yeah, I'm glad all you guys liked Friday, Saturday, Sunday Fun Day. Don't ever expect me to do that again. Okay, I'm going to shut the camera off for now, and we'll be back in a bit. Okay guys, we're back here with you on Wednesday, and we're working on the little Chevy pickup, and as you can see, we've got it all closed or lowered down off the jack stands, and now we are going to be going to town over here onto the driver's side of the truck, which is right there. So we're going to do a little cutting in here, fit our mount first, and go from there and see what happens. So I guess we'll get at her. All right. I always keep everything till the end, just in case. So, gotta fit this in there. I think we need to still trim. Yeah. Okay, we still need to trim a little bit in here. So turn this off for a minute. We'll be back to you. Okay, we got our mount situated in here now. Just wanted to make sure that was going to be good. It's just bolted here, not welded to nothing. You can't really weld it to anything because you got to get the inner rocker in here, which it welds to. So the inner rocker, as you can see the flange on the cab support, that would weld here to the inner rocker. And then after that, you'd put on your dog leg or whatever you prefer to call it here, your A-pillar repair piece. You put that on. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start cutting this out and getting this piece fabricated in, then do that piece, only because I'm waiting on the floor pan. I thought I had it, I didn't, so I'm kind of in a stuck situation, but apparently it's on the way, so I should see it within the next day or so. So we'll at least move on with this because we can, and we will. We're a non-stop machine here. There you go. Beautiful. Getting her welded, getting her in place, all butt welded, no overlapping. But she's stinky, man. Between the carpet glue and the undercoating underneath, whoo, she's a stinky old girl. Yeah, maybe that should be her nickname, the Stinky C10. I'll be happy when the day's over on this one today. Unreal. Yeah, crazy. Okay, my mistake. I thought I was waiting on a floor pan. I'm not. I'm waiting on the cab corner. The floor pan was here, which is, hey, awesome. We're still working away here on this Wednesday. So, we finished off putting this in. Now we've got our floor pan. I'm trimming it up. Trimming up in here, cleaning up where it's going to be welded. I'll put our mount back in. Then we got to draw the lines underneath because we got to plug weld the floor to the mount. All that kind of good stuff. So I don't think we're going to get any more welding done today, but we're going to keep moving forward with what we can. I'm so glad the floor's here. That's going to mean I'm going to get all the floor in this week, get this corner done. I might even get started on the rocker. I won't get too excited there, but we'll see, because I do have to spend a day on stuff for the Model A this week also. Customer's Model A, not mine. And then it's the cab corner we're waiting on, out of all things. I don't know how I got the floor and the cab corner confused, but it's very easy to do when you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 truck builds on the go. Alright, we're back here on this thirsty Thursday. And why do I say thirsty? Because this truck is starting to drive me crazy. So last night we ran into a little dilemma at the end of the night. And I'm going to show you what it is, because I don't hide nothing here. This is the gap we should have. This gap has gotten way wider. Problems. So I'm like, did something move in the doorpost area? Even though I had it strapped down, did something move? Who knows? So what I'm doing now is I fit the door back on, as you can see, got the body lines lined up, lines up nice, closes nice. I'm putting the rocker, I'm just going to set the rocker on with a few tacks to see why this is so out of whack. Because normally I put this in, the inner rocker, I hold the old rocker on, or the new rocker on there, and make sure everything lines up. But do you see what I'm saying here? Like, look at. Now it could be, I'm thinking right now, because the door is, look how nice that closes. Just no rubbers on there. Body lines lining up, rockers lining up. Don't worry about that right there. The door's overlapped with a million patches like everything else. I'll show you what it should look like. So this is what it, stay open. See that nice line, that nice gap? See that? So I have a sneaky suspicion that the panel on the other side that I went to start putting in there yesterday is it's got a little wobble in it that I didn't notice. It's maybe not bent proper. And of course I just do what you normally do and you tack weld it in, away you go. But so I'm going to tack weld the rocker in, make sure it's lined up with the door 100%. Then I'm going to cut the weld off of that and just reevaluate this whole situation with this, because the floor pan fits beautiful, but before I put floor in, I got to get this inner rocker in. So something's going on. The nice thing is I have another one of these here. It's for another customer job, but I have another one here. So I'm going to take it and compare it to this one and see what's happening. I have a funny feeling that something is just not bent here properly. And that's alright. That's what happens. Don't want to hide nothing here. I want to show it. I show this because customers need to see this. It's his truck. When he says, hey, I say, well, you're watching. Not that it's his fault that the panel's wrong. I probably should have noticed it, but that's okay. If I have to cut it out and put it in, there'll be no charge on that. It's just, shit happens sometimes, and it's all fine that shit happens, right? Okay, let's get to it. Okay, the door's on, the rocker's on, everything's lining up. I've welded the rocker on the edges on. I've decided that whoops, hang on one second here, guys. if you can still hear me, I've decided to just weld the rocker in place. It's not going to bother me any. This piece was definitely, I took this piece out and it's cut on a curve. So I don't know, I've never seen that before. I have another one, I'm going to go grab it here and put it in. It's, well, I've already grabbed it, it's sitting here, but it's straight. This one here I put in is curved. It doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, I guess it's probably just a bad stamping at the press. No big deal. But yeah, so we fitted that, we got the rocker. We'll now we'll put this hole, so the inner rocker has this piece on it, and then it goes all the way along here, and then we've got our floor pan piece to go in. So yeah, that's where we're at. So yeah, I think I'm just going to do a little more cutting here for the end of the day, but pretty much that is the end of the day for you guys for the last couple of days. We stayed on the C10 showing you what was going on rather than jumping all over the place. We stayed on the C10, and if anybody else has their cars here getting worked on, this time was the C10, next time might be the Nova, I don't know, we'll see, but I am still putting posts up on YouTube under my short video, so you'll see it there. So I guess I'll see you all on Sunday Fun Day. I don't know what we're working on. The 55 is still in the shop on the hoist. I didn't have to take it down. Luckily the customer's vehicle's not going in there till next week, so I've got it in the shop. So maybe we'll maybe we'll run some brake lines or fuel lines or something. I'm uncertain. I'm still waiting on leaf spring, so I can't do much back there, but we'll work on something. Sunday's always a fun day. We got the Model A, we got the Chop 54, and we got the 55 Chevy. Why don't you tell me in this video which one you'd sooner see me work on this weekend? I'm not going to say that that's what I'm going to choose, just which one would you want to see me work on for Sunday Fun Day? That's what I want to know. Okay guys, I'll catch you later.